Kapilavastu, a city in Nepal. About 2600 years ago, Siddhartha Gautama was born to a ruler Suddhodana, and his mother's name was Maya. The child, when he was born, unfortunately, he lost his mother 7 days later. That is, 7 days later, his mother died, and the whole responsibility came on the ruler Suddhodana. He took good care of his son. He gave all the worldly pleasures, and he also arranged for tutors in his palace. One day, a seer came to the palace, and then he predicted about Siddhartha. He said that this child, if he is going to continue to live in the palace lifelong, then he is going to become a great king. But if he leaves the palace, then he will become a religious leader. Father Suddhodana did not want his son to be a religious leader. So he arranged everything in the palace. He provided everything in the palace. All the worldly pleasures and everything was provided to Siddhartha. Siddhartha lived in the palace. He was very happy in the palace. He played with the birds, he played with the flowers and small animals. All these were his friends. He had home tutors at home. He gained all the knowledge at home. And then when he was 16 years old, his father got him married to a beautiful princess Yasodhara. They lived a very happy married life, and a child Rahul was born to Siddhartha and Yashodhara. But as he was living, once he was 29 years old, at the age of 29 years old, he asked his father that he wanted to see the outside the city. He wanted to see the life which is outside the city. So he asked his father for it. His father was reluctant because he remembered the seer's prediction that if the child leaves the palace, he may become a religious leader. But he could not tell no to his son's desire. So he allowed his son to go and look into the city. But before he left his son out of the palace, he asked his ministers to ask the people in the city to decorate their houses very beautifully with beautiful flowers, and then present themselves very happy and very cheerful. So the ministers did the same. When Siddhartha left the palace and he went into the city, he found all the houses were very well decorated, all the people very happy, cheerful. But as he was moving in the city, he found in a place an old man holding a stick, and then his back bending, and he was moving forward. He asked his minister, what happened to this person? Why is he like this? Then the minister said, this is old age. Everyone has to face this age. This clicked Siddhartha. He was not happy with this state of thing that happened to the man. So again he moved further. When he moved further, he saw a sick man. He was groaning with pain, and he was praying to God that God takes his life away. So Siddhartha asked the minister, what happened to this man? Why is he groaning? Why is he crying this way? So the minister said, this man is suffering from a disease which is uncurable. It is not curable. And then so he is praying to God to take away his life because he is unable to bear the pain. Siddhartha, this sight did not disturb Siddhartha very much. Then as he was moving forward, he saw a dead body. He asked the minister, what is this? Then he said, this is a dead body. Every person who is born has to die one day. So with this, Siddhartha returned back to the palace. When he returned back to the palace, these questions were going on reeling in his mind. He wanted to know, he wanted to find out the answer. Why this suffering? Why this death? Why people have to suffer? What is the cause of suffering? All these were reeling in his mind. He could not get the answer. But one night what he did was, he left his beautiful princess sleeping, Yashodhara and his son Rahul were sleeping. He mounted on a horse and he left all the worldly pleasures of the palace, and he left out of the palace. He came to the neighboring country, that is India. He dressed himself in a hermit dress code, and then he changed himself. He became like a sannyasi type, and then he went into the forest. He went to many places, and he found many gurus. He learned from many gurus. He wanted to get the answers for all this, but he never got the answer. He found a place where some people were trying to hurt themselves, trying to give trouble to their physical body, and then trying to gain happiness and peace. But he also tried the same thing. He used to eat only 6 grains of rice per day, and he used to hold his breath. He did everything, but still he did not find the answer. He said, no, this is not going to help. So what he did is, then he just recollected that during his childhood days, he was sitting under the rose apple tree, and once when he was sitting under the rose apple tree, he was in a peaceful state of mind. He was very happy peaceful state. So he recollected this, and he thought, no, I think the physical body is not responsible. I will not give me the answer. The answer, I think, will be got from the memory. So he sat down. He decided that he would sit under a tree, and he would meditate there, and he would take one bowl of milk rice, that is, you say, no, kheer or paisam, you say. So he would take that, he would consume that, so that it will support his physical body, and he will be able to concentrate on the meditation. So he sat and he meditated for 49 days, and after 49 days, he found that his mind was calm, peaceful, and it was really very, very pure. Then with this, he came to know that I think I'm going to get the answers in this way. So he kept on practicing this till 6 years, and after 6 years, one day he got enlightened. He got the answers. He recovered the fourfold truths. That is, what is suffering, what is the cause of suffering, and what is the end of suffering, and what is the path that one should follow to come out of the suffering. So all this, when he came to know the truth, he got enlightened. And the tree under which he was sitting and meditating, this is a place near Gaya, that is Bihar. So it is known as Bodh Gaya, and the name of the tree is Bodhi tree. He wanted to give his preachings to many people. So he came to a place named Sarnath in Varanasi, and then he started preaching what he learned through his meditation, how he was enlightened. He started preaching, and soon he found many followers behind him. He died in a place named Kushinagar. Day, that is Purnima, that is the full moon, is celebrated as Buddha Purnima. He believed that God is always there. God has many things to do. He has to take care of the whole universe which he has created. Sometimes God may help you, sometimes he might not help you. So it is up to every person to find the solution for his own problems. It is up to him to get enlightened. It is up to him to train his brain and find peace and find the solutions and live a happy life. So today is Buddha Purnima, and let us remember his teachings. Let us remember what he has taught, and let us follow this in our life. So happy Buddha Purnima to all of you.